At age 16, he enters the ring with a record of 3-2. He stands at 6 feet and 2 inches tall and weighing in at 85 kilograms. Proudly representing MPMA, Joseff Sheehan!
Joseff Sheehan looking in good shape here. Looking ready to go.
Fighting out of the red corner. At age 15, he enters the ring with a record of 1-1. He stands at 6 feet and 5 inches tall and weighing in at 95 kilograms. A British Pakistani boxer, proudly representing Macs Gym, Mustafa Naseer!
Mustafa also looks hyped, he's ready for this one.
Both guys look ready to go. Two very experienced gym. Obviously, MPMA's been a kickboxing gym for years. Macs Gym's got a wealth of experience in boxing, so it'll be interesting to see how this one goes. Like you said, they both know each other, so it'll be good to see if they get straight to it and don't have to feel each other out. Two massive guys for that age.
That's it.
Massive guys.
You can't take too much from the introductions, but from that, both lads look fired up, both lads look up for it. Like I say, they know one another, so I certainly think they're going to have a go here. Bragging rights.
Mustafa straight off on the jab, which is good when you're a tall fighter, straight on those long punches.
He needs to keep it as long as he can. Joseff, for a change, is going to have to try and find his way on the inside.
Good movement there
Good
by Joseff.
movement. He's a nice mover.
He's catching and jabbing back. He's countering Mustafa well off that jab. Mustafa getting a bit close, I think. He should be a bit...
Yeah, he's smothering his work a little bit. Joseff's becoming quite elusive, not giving him much of a target, but he needs to fire back a little bit as well. He doesn't want to get caught on those ropes too much tonight. Good shot.
Good shot. Both guys landed a good shot there, to be fair.
I know myself, Mustafa hits hard. You know, he's a young kid, but he hits very hard, as does Joseff, but one shot can change a fight, especially with these two.
Yeah, exactly. They've got that young, nervous energy a bit as well, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. You can see it in here. Both of them need to settle down a little bit, and the ref just needs to break them up here and tidy things up a little bit, maybe.
Mustafa chatting as he goes along here.
Yeah, I think the more time he gives Joseff, the more it suits Joseff. I think he's going to make it a bit of a dogfight, Mustafa.
Yeah,
rough him up a little bit. That looks like the tactics here anyway. He's not giving him much room to breathe.
I'd like it more if Mustafa stayed on the end of his punches a bit more instead of breaking that range and clinching. Just see him stood at this kind of range now where he can land on the end and not coming too far where he almost commits too much where he charges in and then he's on Joseff and then can't do much because he's such a tall guy.
I get that. He's throwing 3 or 4 good punches and then smothering his work at the end of it.
Yeah.
You can look at it two ways. At the same time, he's not allowing. It doesn't look pretty. It's not pretty, but Joseff's not being allowed to work.
No, that is a very good point. But Joseph's doing a great job when he is against ropes. He's moving well. He's not allowing himself to get hit too much. He's not going to be able to score many points on the back foot against this guy.
And he's come out fast again. Oh, good shot.
Good shot there by
Joseff.
Joseff.
That's what Joseff needs to do. As soon as Mustafa comes to clinch, he needs to throw a shot.
I mean, Mustafa's head's very high, and when he throws, he does seem to drop his hands a little bit, so that overhand right should be a weapon of choice for Joseff.
It looks like Joseff listened to the advice from the corner here. He's taking that tiny little step back there and throwing that punch.
Well, Marvin, Joseph's head coach, is a very good coach. He's been a coach for a long time, so he's been a lot of these events, so he knows what it takes to win these fights. Marvin was already good at just winning fights.
I know Marvin well. He's very knowledgeable, very good coach, and it looks like he's giving him some good advice to come out to here. I think the advice from Ryan and Macs Gym would have been more of the same for Muzzy.
Yeah.
I think looking at what Joseph's doing here, they've tried to neutralise that a little bit and take that tiny little step back.
Yeah.
Better from Muzzy, back to what he was doing before. Like you say, the charge forward, he's talking in there. They're having a chat in there.
Yeah, the 1-2 and then charge doesn't necessarily... I'd want Mustafa to throw that 1-2 and then be at that right-hand range to throw something else like he did then. The right hand and then the left hook comes at the end of it. But he's not smothered, he's still at a range where he can throw effective punches.
Yeah.
Good jab.
He's got a solid jab when he lets it go. Like you say, here he is a bit close.
Yeah, he's a bit.
But he's working. Oh. I don't know if that's a knockdown here.
It was. I think it
Was it a body shot? I didn't see it.
I didn't see it. I think it might have been a clip.
It might have been the relentless pressure from Muzzy. He's put a bit of pressure on Joseff here.
Better. He was a step further back. He wasn't straight on him. He had that little bit of distance between them, so he could throw those better shots. Be interesting to see how Joseff recovers from that.
In fairness to Joseff, he's firing back.
Good shots there.
To be fair to Joseff, tough kid. He's come back from that. He looks okay. He's with us. I can see it in his eyes. He's here.
Yeah, he's not hurt. His weight, isn't he? So Joseff really needs to work this round.
He needs a big round. I have to say, both lads have improved a lot.
Yeah.
Since I've seen them. Joseff since I last saw him fight, and Muzzy since his last fight when I cornered him. He's a lot better tonight.
Good shot there by Mustafa. That was a good right hand. That hurt him.
He's hurt here.
I think that was more of a push down than.
I think he was hurt earlier.
He was hurt, yeah, but his legs aren't quite with him.
I think Muzzy knows.
Muzzy shouldn't have rushed and he should have stayed that distance again. He's breaking that distance again. If he stayed at punching range, at 1-2 range here, he could definitely do some damage.
I think if Mustafa has a good 30 seconds here, we might be looking at another knockdown. Joseff needs to give himself some space or hold on or do something. He's turned him well there, but Mustafa's turned him back. I haven't seen Joseff throw his jab much tonight, and he's got a good jab. Mustafa's not giving him time to breathe.
But I think with that jab, he hasn't got the ability to throw it because of Mustafa's size and his pressure. It's really hard to throw a jab when someone that big is working you that much. You've not got the time to really pop your jab off. So he's constantly in survival mode a bit in this fight.
Yeah, I'm just looking at Joseff now. He looks a bit uncomfortable
He's in
there.
trouble here.
He looks a bit uncomfortable. There we go, he's back. Just when I say that, he fires back. He has to fire back, otherwise the ref or the corner's going to have a look. He needs to throw something here.
It'd be good to see just some volume, not necessarily power from Mustafa, but just volume to try and draw a stoppage. Sometimes, he's hurt.
He is hurt.
That hurt him a lot, that last shot.
I think the ref needs to be having a little look. Oh, he's waving him in. Fair play to Joseff, he's a tough kid, he's waving him in. Mustafa's happy to oblige, back he comes.
Mustafa just needs to watch himself here, he doesn't do something silly. Joseff's still throwing, but...
Joseph's looking for that overhand right.
Yeah.
And Mustafa sometimes can drop his left a little bit. That shot is on, but it's 5 seconds here.
3, 2, 1.
Good fight.
Really good fight. Great fight from Mustafa there.
But there can be only one winner, and the judges have reached a unanimous decision. Your winner. In the red corner, Mustafa Naseer.
Good win there for Macs Gym and Mustafa. He
good
boxed
win.
very well.
I cornered him during the last fight, and I'm sure he won't mind you saying me and him had some harsh words after the fight. I wasn't happy with the way he boxed.
I was judging that fight, and I remember your...
Yeah, and he's
a frustrating fight for him.
I was frustrated because I knew he could do better, and he showed what he was about tonight. He showed how good he was tonight, and he was on it. Joseph's a very, very good fighter.
Yeah,
and that's a good win, that, for Mustafa. Joseff will come back.
100%.